All right, everybody, welcome once again to my little broadcast here on Blog TV, and maybe you're watching this as an archive on YouTube. Welcome once again to Monica at Home, my little broadcast that I like to do about adult entertainment, news, gossip, events, happenings, some of everything. But, you know, we can chat or talk about whatever's on your mind, because I'll tell you, I'll talk about whatever's on my mind. Let me go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. Hey Croshawn, hey NYC Funk. Gosh, a lot's happened in my life since the last broadcast of Monica at Home. It's amazing how that is too. But let's see, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is, well, I took my first acting class yesterday. I took my first acting class and it was great. A man by the name of James Bartolet, who I'm sure I've talked about here on Monica at Home before. James he and I worked together on a few projects, and he was my publicist for a little bit. But I had no idea that he was as knowledgeable about regular acting as he is. You know, it's interesting how the porn industry in so many ways really draws in people with tremendous abilities. James Bartolet, if you're a girl and you're in porn or thinking about going into porn, or maybe you just want to be a regular actor or actress, you should take Bartolet's class. I was totally impressed. He's a really good acting instructor. I've never been to like a true acting workshop before where, like, you know, right away you have to get up and do improv or you know, run through scenes or anything. I mean, he even covers properly pronouncing certain words. He does a dictation exercise with people too. Diction exercise, that's what it is. And it's a really good class. It's a really good class. I mean, I almost want to say to, well, I'm sure he'll watch this, but I kind of think that he should run an acting class full time, just working with adult stars. Truthfully, you know, he's really, you know, Galaxy Publicity, that's his company. He does a really good job with his clients, but I really think that he should be more of an acting trainer, because he did a great job. He had me doing stuff I've never done before. So yeah, that was really enjoyable. That was really enjoyable. Hey guys, how you doing? I've seen you in the chat. But yeah, I'm going to do a proper write-up about his acting workshop. You can contact James through his website, galaxypublicity.com. But I want to do a really nice write-up about his acting class, and I'm going to, because you know, the thing that I've learned about true acting is that you have to step so far out of your comfort zone in order to do it properly. I mean, I have a whole new respect for the true actors and actresses who work not just in, you know, regular entertainment, but within the porn industry too, because you know, to be able to at the drop of a hat become someone or something else, and then be able to go back into, you know, your regular waking, normal functioning personality, that's one hell of a skill. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you know, I'm thinking that I'll probably end up taking more acting workshops and classes around town. You know, whenever James has another workshop, I'll go to his, because it's really interesting to me to see or to learn the true mechanics of acting. I don't know if I'd ever want to be a regular actress. but it's an interesting skill to learn. I have like way more respect for true actors and actresses now than I ever did before. Yeah, you know what, AI son, I was going to move out of LA, and I still probably will move out of LA. But guess what? We live in a really shitty economy where I cannot currently afford to move. So eventually, I will. But you know what? Things take time. Things take time. So let's see. I actually do have a big announcement tonight. Aside from the announcement that I took my first acting class, I finished my book, my first book at least. I turned my website, gettingintoporn.com, into a 15-page book. Actually, let me grab it, go and get it, and I'll show y'all. Now, this is actually the proof, but the final edition is already available for download to your iPad or your Kindle through Amazon.com. But the paperback final edition, it's unfortunately I approved the proof too quickly before checking all my errors, so don't buy the paperback version just yet. You could if you just want a raw proof of the book, but I will wait for the final edition. But yeah, I wrote my first book, Getting Into Porn, the Handbook, a simple guide on the porn industry. Here, we'll zoom in. I'm pretty excited about it. This is it. No, 15 chapters. Maybe I did misspeak and I said pages, but no, it's 15 chapters. It's actually about, it's really about 80 pages, but it's a bit more, you know. But I broke it down to 15 chapters, and I'll go ahead and read to you guys the dedication and everything, because it's kind of cool. I wrote, "This book is dedicated to those who are strong, confident, selfless, and fearless enough to empower others through sharing what they've learned on life's journey." Because that's who this is for. And I'll give you guys a preview of the contents. Chapter 1, an overview of the porn industry. Chapter 2, your pre-porn mindset. Chapter 3, your pre-porn situation. Chapter 4, where will your look fit in? Chapter 5, building a solid pre-porn foundation. Chapter 6, going the agency route. Chapter 7, taking the independent route. Chapter 8, porn shoot travel info and tips. Chapter 9, health issues and STDs. Chapter 10, your porn shoot toolbox. Chapter 11, your first scene. Chapter 12, your job as a performer. Chapter 13, your money and goals. Chapter 14, porn industry dangers and problems. And Chapter 15, the future of porn. Because guess what? Porn's never going to go away. It's always going to be here. So it just needs to, you know, clean itself up a little bit, in my view. That's all. But so yeah, so this is my book. You know, I've actually been itching to do a scene. I have been itching to do a scene, but I really like that right now my life is my life's pretty mellow right now. You know, I do my webcam shows and I have other projects always in the works, you know, for my, you know, through my own company, but it would have to be a very special project for me to ever shoot another scene for another studio. As of current, the only studios that I would really even be open to work with would probably be, but you know, this is just how I feel today, because I'm like the wind, I'm always changing. But my first, the only studio I would really consider working with right now would probably be X-Play or Adam and Eve. Only those two. That's it. That's it. Because I like the quality of their work. I can't even really say that I would work for Adam and Eve because I don't know what they're like, but they seem like a really good company. One of my favorite porn stars was on their roster a long time, Kane Cross. She's probably my current favorite. But I don't think I would shoot for any other studios right now because not too many have impressed me too much. I mean, there's a few other studios that would be possibilities that I will not name because there's not the quality. I mean, it's amazing that there's so much cool technology that can be implemented into adult productions now, but it's like a lot of that technology doesn't seem to be happening. I'm actually over here looking at AVN on my other computer right now, avn.com. And, I would work with I probably wouldn't work with her because I'm not an alternative look, but I'm really impressed with Joanna Angel right now. Unfortunately, she was in a car accident recently with a friend of hers at, I guess it was Exotica in New Jersey. There's an article about it on lucasback.com. But she's one hell of a businesswoman. She is one hell of a businesswoman because she basically started a company. Well, I'll just leave it at that. No, well, I'll go ahead and say what I was going to say. She basically took a look that was seen as pretty much unusable and turned it into one of the most profitable, probably one of the most profitable lines as of current. I guess some people argue and say, oh, well, she's just capitalizing on the alternative model trend. But she helped to create the alternative model porn niche, as far as I'm concerned. One hell of a businesswoman. I really like her.